But to be great, you gotta have confidence. The next level was legend. You gotta have accomplishments. In any league, they considering me dominant. The long falls, you know the pit of defeat, bottomless. I was hungry way before I got your support. I hopped off the porch around the time that y'all got awards. Lyrical exercise, this what I call a sport. The fourth bar, brother, when I push the rock off the court. I got champion genetics. Champion genetics. Next level. One of the best. Remember me. I am the great. You seen the making of a star, they hear my name and remember me. Remember me. I am the great. Just let the record show that I said I'm coming for everything. I am the great. You seen the making of a star, they hear my name and remember me. Remember me. I am the great. Just let the record show that I said I'm coming for everything. The chattermouths who talent don't average out. If your flow ain't nowhere near this caliber, that don't count. Competition get flattened out. Getting money like I went top 3 in the first round. My salary that amount. They want my style, but that ain't much to be flat about. I take it as a challenge when rappers calling my status out. One of the best, and they ain't my pedigree. You can have the rings, or we did it, AI's legacy. I got champions.
It's the National Football League, presented by EA Sports. Today, we reach Week 15, and we've got a good matchup in store between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Detroit Lions. Here's the kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started. And this one is underway here on EA Sports.
This will be returned from deep in the end zone.
And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And his first pass is incomplete.
So, CD, this defense, they know that they have to be at their very best when they're taking on a team here that's in the midst of a winning streak that's now stretched over multiple months, not weeks, months.
I think the challenge they put upon themselves is we want to be the guys to end that streak. And what's working in their favor? The winning streak on the other side. Sometimes that carries a burden with it because they feel like they have to play perfectly as well. Let's just go out there and get them is the idea.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
Give them 12 yards that time and a Las Vegas first.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Here's 2nd and 8. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Adams. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down. Back to throw.
That's going to be caught along the sideline, and what a job of keeping his feet in bounds. They say that's a catch.
14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first.
But I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot and run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They're going to look to throw. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
It's been a pretty long opening drive. This will be play number 11 coming up on 3rd down. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there.
And that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
The kick by Carlson is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Well, this defense for the Raiders, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Washington.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
2nd down, Jacobs once more. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And the Raiders call on a nickel set for 3rd down. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. And that'll be caught by St. Brown. And he is going to have a Lions first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5. The Lions at 3-10 now on the year. And they've lost 3 straight here. It kind of goes without saying, I guess, but they could certainly use a win.
Yeah, no doubt about that. There's a difference between a losing stretch and a losing streak. And right now, they're not playing their best football. But if they were to fall here, and now you're looking at going 4 games without a win, things can start compounding themselves pretty quickly from this point forward.
And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Hey, hold on.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. And this is going to be incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away.
This will be taken at the 10.
So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards.
And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. And here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
A 2nd and 10 on a chilly, snowy December day, and I must say, I'm loving it. Kind of putting me in the holiday spirit. Charles hates it, and he's giving me the evil eye, folks.
Short completion, just 4 yards. 3rd and 7 now.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. But he's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Lions are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. To throw is Murray.
He'll get this underneath to Jacobs.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to bring up 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And out of bounds, this will depend on where they spot it, and they'll say at the 45.
At their own 45-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
2nd and 7.
A handoff as they run the counter play. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3. The completion on 1st didn't get much, and now the run on 2nd doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down in his play sheet, trying to dial up a big 3rd down play.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Able to find Walner. That's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one good for 24 yards.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're getting to throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the 1st down and then some.
He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete.
And they're going to move it down inside the 25.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
This is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Davante Adams with touchdown number 12 on the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage. The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag.
And they'll accept that penalty.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield.
Taken in at the 3. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he goes across the 20 to the 22.
Divine Diablo there to make the stop.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on 1st down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They fake the handoff. Now Murray. And that is incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Divine Diablo.
And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score.
Now, the offense, they had really not been able to mount anything yet on that drive, and the defense made sure they couldn't mount anything. The interception and the return adding 6 to the scoreboard.
And that's no small return for a linebacker, partner. He took matters into his own hands and his legs on that pick. And once he had it, I don't think anyone on the field could have stopped him.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And partner, let me make a quick pivot here. Season winding down. They're number 32 in offense this year. The last in the league. Where do they go?
Anywhere and everywhere. But they have to do it with a plan. And I think about Atlanta a bunch of years ago. They decided they wanted to get what they thought was going to be a franchise quarterback. And indeed he is, Matt Ryan. But they had to supplement it. They went free agency, got a running back, came back and traded back into the first round in the same draft to get a left tackle to protect him. Really supplemented that pick, complemented that pick, and went to the playoffs the very next year.
So maybe they can use that and carbon copy it. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Here's Murray. He's airing it out for Williams. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. It's so easy to focus on the speed and elusiveness of Kyler Murray, but as he shows right there, don't sleep on the arm strength.
On play action, it's Murray. Open man, and he's got Williams. Touchdown, Lions. From 21 yards away.
And the Lions are able to cut into that deficit.
You always worry about the plant foot in the snow, but no problems there. And that'll cut the lead to 17-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Taking it about the 1. And able to get this out to the 25.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. He'll drop to throw. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Nowadays, quarterbacks don't mind throwing into coverage because of the confidence they have in their receivers to come down with the ball. But sometimes you have to be careful you don't get too confident and throw an interception.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
After the turnover, here's Murray. And connecting here with DJ Shark. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1.
Working with a 2nd and 3.
Murray now. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Play action. Now it's Murray.
He'll go right back to St. Brown.
Now here's the timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 12-yard line.
And they're out of timeouts, remember, so this is going to have to be a delay. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Butker's kick here is good, but there is a penalty marker down. They might be forced to try this one again. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. Fields this way up at the 17. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And a nice spin into some open field. 20. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
And they extend their lead, a little added cushion into the lockers. What a way to finish.
Tremendous way. That's momentum that they carry in with them. Can they convert it and bring it back out to start the third quarter?
Carlson on for the PAT. And the lead is up to 14. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Not much has changed since we left you at halftime. The snow still continuing to fall as we are back underway.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Throwing on first down is Murray. St. Brown making the catch on the out route. Looking to throw again on second down. Murray. That pass caught. It's Williams. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 34-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards. I love that play because in the snow you think run, run, run. Big passing play there.
And defenders hate it, especially in open space, because trying to come under control, break down, and make a tackle in the open field, difficult in normal conditions. In these conditions, almost impossible.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
And he's going to be close to a first down as he gets this to the Raiders' 26. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Throwing now is Murray. He's got this complete to Williams. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Play fake. Murray. And he's brought down. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
That's the first time he's called his own number, but he's got to be overjoyed with the results. He wasn't just going to settle for a modest gain. To me, he was determined to come through with a big message to a defense that slept on him in the pocket.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Connor will take this one in. It's a Lions touchdown. Well, nothing fancy there, Charles. You had 3 tight ends on the field. They were going to run the football. The defense knew it, but the defense couldn't stop them.
And I haven't met an offensive line yet that doesn't get more satisfaction out of running the football into the end zone than pass protecting. They had determination on their side, and they got it done.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
They'll get 2 yards back, but it's going to leave them with a long 3rd and 13. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Okay, let's decide here. He was open, right? Not extraordinarily open, but open enough that if you're an NFL quarterback, you got to make that throw, right? That's got to be complete.
9 times out of 10, that's a completed pass.
Yeah, he missed that one and missed it in a big way.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Quick throw, knocked away, and incomplete.
Based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They'll look to throw again. Pushes him over. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 4th down. Here's A.J. Cole now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Lions will take over. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. It sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments to prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 74 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Boy, the offensive line there, that was a thing of beauty to watch them block.
I love how you give a little appreciation for those big guys up front, and well-deserved. But how about the execution behind them? You can see the hours of practice that have gone into it. Great pocket by the running back. Quarterback puts it right in the perfect spot. Great mesh point by them. The timing on point. The run even better.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
Oh, partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. And only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30. They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd. Shotgun now for Murray. The open man is Shark. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
They've been moving the ball well, but this drive was in danger of stalling out. Fortunately, this is a nice throw here, and they're able to pick up a new set of downs.
They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And he'll be brought down at what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool them on that play.
They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. Now Murray off play action. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Able to get 9 out of that pitch and catch, but now 3rd and goal.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Third and goal, and keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory. They'll try to run it. This is Connor. And this is going to depend on the spot, but I believe he might be a few inches short. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave him with some options here on 4th and inches.
I know this is your spot, partner, so forgive me for jumping in, but there's no decision right here. They have to go for it in this situation. They're down on the scoreboard. How many other opportunities are you going to get?
Yeah, I'm with you. 4th quarter, like you said, down on the scoreboard. And remember here, a field goal virtually does them no good. They'll run for it with Connor. And this time he is in. James Conner, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A 4th quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a 1-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
A 1st down run, not going to get him a whole lot. Maybe a yard. And it looks like just 1 yard there. So that'll bring up 2nd and 9.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Here's 2nd and 9. Just a yard on that last run. Looking to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. They're part of this defense now with multiple interceptions in this game, but this time they say turnabout is fair play because, remember, they had a pick 6 on the other side, and now they get a pick 6 of their own.
Yeah, they actually added to some of their nice play throughout this ball game. A good effort by them to secure another interception on this one. A better effort to take it all the way back for 6. And how about an exceptional effort to match their opposition's pick 6 from earlier in this game.
And this one's caught. And their 4th quarter lead grows by a couple more. And they turn the pick 6 into a pick 8 with that 2-point conversion.
I love how you upset. That is outstanding right there. What a big-time play. Big switch in how this game was going, and then they capitalized a little bit on top.
Take it in at the 3. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And can they regroup? That's the question. The pick six hurt, no doubt, but this is still a one-score game here in the fourth. Gets this to Waller on the crossing route. Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That'll put him at 95 receiving yards now as he's got a first down. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 104 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Yeah, this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first. They're going to look to throw. On a huge mistake late, it's intercepted. And the Lions are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Another important fourth-quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. Once again, it's Jacobs. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards there and a Lion first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. Here's Jacobs from the gun. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Jacobs going to try the middle. And some space here. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown.
Josh Jacobs. With career touchdown number 96, he joins Eric Dickerson on the all-time list. And the Lions look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Extra point by Butker is on target, and the lead now up to 14. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. With that catch, he's now 18 away from 1,000, so he's at 982, and that's how many Randy Moss had, 2018 Hall of Famer.
And similar to the recent Hall of Famer, we argue about which catches were the most memorable because so many of them were 982 and counting. When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And it's caught. He's got it for a late touchdown, but probably a little too late. It would take a miracle of epic proportions if they're going to pull this one off. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So the clock sits at 16 seconds as they line up for the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number as empirical.
That was an excellent come-from-behind victory, Charles, especially there in the fourth quarter. Both offense and defense were clicking. They're going to feel good about this one.
Boy, are they ever, because the deficit they faced certainly wasn't small. They obviously did not give up on that one, and in the end, how about that come-from-behind victory? They'll cherish this one for a while.
So for Detroit, it's a fourth win of the campaign as they get to 4-10 on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Washington Commanders. Meanwhile, for Las Vegas, they'll drop to 9-5 on the year. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans.
Yeah. Hold up, it ain't easy breaking away or being a great. They slamming the door, I'm jumping the gate. Cause a starving stomach like being punched in the face. And an instrumental was the last time that I ate food from all of the base. My A-spoon going, big son told me about the game. 20 years later, know my name. King, crown me, lounge in the back of the spot. Pay homage to an underground peasant, climb to the top. Funny style,
on elevators could never fade us. I peep data stain anytime they congratulate us. Goggles is worn and bottles is popping. I'm Deion Sanders on haters, this ice bucket dropping over their head with it. Extra the cred with it. You either fight or flight, I ain't one for the ledge living. I do it for the one that died but fed millions. With soul food flowed and stocked my bad kitchen. I'm liberated. I drew a play that they ain't illustrated. I make a move, they gladly imitate it. I ain't flattered, I'm a dragon to your paper castle. The Alpha and Omega, promise it ain't nothing after. A new beginning. My catalog like James Earl Jones, the ever living. Imagine if I did make beats that's more for killing. Imagine if you come from the south out my city. You probably wouldn't make it, oh yeah, really. I go extra to be great. I go extra for the fam, I go extra for the cake. I got extras on the plate. I go extra every day, I got extras on the way. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. Ain't no mileage of $4 configure the road I travel. Don't gravel that probably baffle it. Label scribble on paper, they wanna shackle it. I own my masters and royalties, you can't raffle it. Wrist drip like a mango, fingertips like I'm Thanos. Knocking those down, no bangles. Without a Kango, tailor-made. Walk with a limp, them bands is heavy, I need a brace. I am money, I guess the world is just a safe combination needed, not a coca key. I'm the extra lighter on the dresser. I know you need it, smoking out the competition, pouring up, we undefeated. What you heard, let's heard, we eating, talking about extra with a splash, extra acting bad. Pull it like parades on parades, extra with the slab. Pay what it cost for the tab, extra with the bag. Young Crizzle King, better add extra under the... I go extra too.
Yeah, that my Brooklyn, go see Chirac, Southside, C12, 911, grr to the Riasi, we still outside. Mine on the riches, hard in the trenches. You can't throw dirt on the underground, we thrive in it. Ghana boys stocks on the rise, Charlie, this flex know they ready. See, we went on to ride nobody with, we the ones who started with it. Translation, Yanni had to buy, Yanni had Yanni hits. This goes so hard, even the ops go with it, That's how you know we lit. Grr.
Yeah. Sound like some superheroes. Some black superheroes. Oh yeah. Every block, every hood, every city, every ghetto. Need a black superhero. Every block, every hood, every city, every ghetto. Need a black superhero.
You need a bro like me. Military mind stated, and I keep a in a degree. You can label me a Huey P. Made a martyr out of Martin, out of Malcolm, out of Mega. I refuse to let these dirty devils make Michael a beggar. A hero CEO, I will go Magneto for my people. Give me liberty or death, that is my credo, not my ego. Dressed in a tuxedo, into party, alter ego. Killed your leader in gazebo, did it for the people. Love what motivated, I did not do it for hatred. But I truly hate the devil, I cannot debate or fake it. I was asked a question and the asker thought it hard. If I was facing death and I could ask one thing of God, I would ask for every to be free here and abroad. And to be rightfully celebrated as a child of God. And to be rightfully celebrated as a child of God.
Need a black superhero. Every block, every hood, every city, every ghetto. Need a black superhero. Our own kind took nip from us. Money still reading God we trust. Truthfully we envy, so why we so envious? And why our own kind envy us? Pac said it's hard, but we gotta keep our head up. Keep going even though we know we fed up. It's hella tension, plus we ain't careful where we all pay attention. I need all my real soldiers on the front line, fighting for the right just one time. So unstoppable together at the same time, with the same mind. Yeah, we're born to be high and always above what's beneath us. So every block, every hood, every city, every ghetto. Need a black superhero. Every block, every hood, every city, every ghetto.
I'm talking bulletproof kind of suit. Reflect the struggle that they put us through. With the strength to fight the power like Chuck D do. With the insight to be equal. No disguise needed. A voice that finds reason to multiply. People in the streets for the cause. Marching on Washington miners will be walking through walls. Type of superhero show up when ain't no one to call. That'll shield you from them shields that been killing us all. High beams for eyes to peep the villains in the dark. Power of resolution for a war would even start. The knowledge to build and grow where they live and take care of the kids and the older folk. The clean cause they need it most. Politic with the kings. About economic growth. Cure PTSD. Cause mental health ain't a joke. Feed the hungry and dope. Everyone would know. Everywhere we go.
Every block, every hood, every city, every ghetto. Be the black superhero. Every block, every hood, every city, every ghetto. Be the black superhero. It's gonna take one of us to save us. It's gonna take love and a lot of trust. We just got to get that faith and know that. Because you got mine, I got your back, I know. It's gonna take one of us to save us. It's gonna take love and a lot of trust. We just got to get that faith and know that. Because you got mine, I got your back, I know. Every block, every hood, every city, every ghetto. Be the black superhero.
Why would I ever have to cop a chain again when the QB chain birthed most of chains in the game? No post office, we stamping time. Took a slice out of the big apple, made apple pies, family size. Leather bombers and Nike Sakai's. Dangerous corners, you better pray that tomorrow arrive. Rap, Sugar Ray Robinson, nothing sweet. Y'all too out of shape to even box with me. Heavyweight, I know my way around the ring. Just like Shorty know her way around the storm. Making hits with Hit Boy, all he gotta do is hit record. Record breaking news, had to show up just to fill a void. Confused boy, little boys, y'all better keep your poise. Leave me out of the weasel. Be cool when you see me, I'm hot at all that rap deep. The hood know you, so we don't borrow, believe in it. Locked in on the instrumental, I took back the key to this. Run me the keys, run me the bees, run me that flow back. The top three, I'm not number one, how could you post that? I would have crowned the city is mine, you cannot hold that. I'm not the one to go back. Meet Joe Black. Run me the keys, run me the bees, run me that flow back. What I'm saying, the top three, I'm not number one, how could you post that? I would have crowned the city is mine, you cannot hold that. I'm not the one to go back. Meet Joe Black. What I'm saying, people saying what's already been said. Predictions, I don't listen, it's already in my head, no funny. Your most hungry place, I was past that at 28. Underground tapes, as my ass capped in publishing states. As we slide in the G-Ride, I've been getting criticized, it's keeping me energized. Create with a business mind, I'm from where killers reside. A wild hood, only knew goons since my childhood. Say anything in they raps cause it sound good. Don't even mean what they say, horrible outlook. Y'all ain't really about this house. Y'all was in the house with it. We don't respect fake jewelry and silly outfits. Window down, blowing out great tits. New York's J. Prince on Houston Street. I caught the bounce before my even bounced the beat. I took the hard way in it, man, it's the route for me. Run me the keys, run me the bees, run me that flow back. The top three, I'm not number one, how could you post that? I would have crowned the city is mine, you cannot hold that. I'm not the one to go back. Meet Joe Black. Run me the keys, run me the bees, run me that flow back. The top three, I'm not number one, how could you post that? I would have crowned the city is mine, you cannot hold that. I'm not the one to go back. Meet Joe Black, meet Joe Black. Why would I ever have to cop a chain again when the QB chain birthed most of chains in the game? Why would I?
Got so many memories that I made on Cascade Road. I done gained the world, I ain't never sell my soul. This is God-given, so I thank him as I go. Hate to sound conceited, but I know. Crazy thing they with me. Yeah, crazy thing they with me. Run up on me, baby, so you gon' see. Yeah, God power from my head and my feet. Yeah. Colossal. What I say is gospel. I cook this with love. They gon' eat it up and swallow me. I'm from the ghetto, babe. Seen bodies in the streets before I could tweet. I came from nothing. I turned a mustard seed into a million in the discussion. Had a TED talk with the higher me, show me how to run it up. I need all my cheese. Every day that I wake up, I'm pinching myself. Can't believe that I'm really me. Popping shows in New Zealand, boy, you is not eating, man. We do not play in the same league. I gave my mama some racks and she asked me if I'm selling. I said, mama, please. If I was, do you think I'd let you know? Got so many memories that I made on Cascade Road. This is God-given, so I thank her as I go. This gon' sound conceited, but I know. Crazy thing they with me. Yeah, crazy thing they with me. Yeah, got power from my head to my feet. Yeah, run up on me, baby, so you gon' see. I did not chase, I just attract. What you put in, you get back. I'm screaming Campbell, then still hit the dancing and wherever I'm at. Feel like a champion, mamba mentality. I am the masterpiece, life is the craft. These love me and I can't resist it, but I'm only guilty of slipping too fast. Life is my legacy, what lies ahead of me, helping to get peace with this past. Little bitty regular that I pack, 007 before you react. Don't think twice, my only advice for my granddad before he passed. Look to the stars, look at the sky at night. Tell me that heaven ain't black on everything I love. Try not to brag till you bring it up. Tunnel vision, block opinions, and I could give but think of us. Duck jab hooks in it through the roof with an uppercut. Tell the truth, shut the devil up. In the booth, I'm untouchable. Crazy thing they with me.